Making my way through the darkness, a million eyes on me. I don't care, I don't care. Making my way through the spewing, sticking it out just to see. I don't care, I don't care. The moment's come now, so take it. To fight for what I believe, 'cause I can, yeah I can.
Last time on Road to Arlathan. Finishing their business in Kirkwall with assurance that the Viscount was safe, the party followed the instructions given to them by both Valandine, who cried out to them in a desperate plea for help as he was forcibly taken from the Fade, and Solas, who gave them yet another task, to retrieve the legendary golden weapons of Angelo. The party traveled north through the Vindmark Mountains, finally entering the dense foliage of Arlathan Forest. They soon found themselves joining a large elven encampment that had been organized by Solas. There, they found both Ashara's clan and family and Diani's keeper. The party was able to find more information surrounding Angelo's weapons here, Keeper Horea being an invaluable source of knowledge as she led the party towards the Bir Tanadal, Way of the Three Trees. On the night before the party left the encampment, Delia and Nick returned, following Lila and Asira as they traveled to the Inquisition outpost. Lila happily reunited with the commander before formulating plans of what the Inquisition forces would do while the party went on the next leg of their journey. While they spoke, another conversation between Diani, Bronwyn, and Clay revealed the truth of what it means to be a Grey Warden. Once morning arrived, the party reconvened as far as Diani's keeper dared to take them. Without her, they continued onward, finding themselves in a clearing. Solving the riddles carved into the ancient stones set in the earth, the party set themselves on Angel's long-forgotten path. They only narrowly passed the first test, the way of the arrow, fly straight and do not waver. They crossed a vast ravine, but two fell from the invisible bridge before being deftly rescued by their friends. Continuing onward through Angel's trials, the party encountered her second tenet, Vir Borisan, bend but never break. After solving the puzzle at the trial's entrance, they stepped into darkness only to find themselves alone, separated from the others. Each of them was shown a twisted memory from their childhood. All throughout, a voice spoke to them, taunting and instilling doubt. However, each of them remained strong, never breaking, and they were reunited in the next chamber, where the third and final trial awaited them. Passing through the pit of pendulums and defeating the demon of the Forgotten Tomb, they finally reached their prize. However, unbeknownst to them, the party had been followed by the goddess herself. She had forgotten the way of the three trees during her imprisonment and had sought help from the elven clans hiding away in Arlathan Forest, unsuccessful in finding them until now. Angela revealed herself to the party, crazed and solely focused on her weapons. Through her insanity, she explained to them how she had been trapped in an ancient tree and was released by Gillinan ages later. The Hollow Mother asked Angela to join her cause, rallying the Ebenurs against Fen'Harel. She agreed, but her weapons were far more important to her. The party attempted to persuade Angela to let them take the weapons, but she refused and attacked when Ashara tried to reach the bow. Battle ensued, the goddess honing in on the elven hunter. Nick, either by a stroke of pure genius or stupidity, asked Bronwyn to launch her into the air and found herself trapped inside one of the weapon's barriers. While Nick made many attempts to free herself and taunt Angelo, the goddess had nearly managed to take Ashara down and summoned two of her monstrous feline creations to aid her. However, Angelo finally fell at the hands of the party's very own executioner, Bronwyn the Beheader. As the space began to shift and contort around them, its magic dying with Angelo's last breath, they heard her final warning before finding themselves back in the clearing where the Vir Tanadal had begun. The weapons were freed from Angelo's magic, and Ashara took up the first, a golden bow crafted from the gathering storm and the screams of the south wind. With these legendary weapons in hand, the party returned to the elven encampment. They spoke with the keeper of Clan Llewellyn about the power of these weapons, and for her hand in defeating the goddess, Bronwyn was given the second, a golden spear of unbearable heat crafted from the radiance of stars. Desperate for any news of Falandine, they asked the keeper to scry for them, looking for any sign of his whereabouts, but she found nothing. The party left the keeper's tent to find a large crowd forming around the Aravels, with Solas at its center. He gave a rousing speech, calling the elves to prepare for the coming battle. With the legendary weapons of Angel in their hands, not even the Evanurs could stop them. That was very long. And Bree wrote a good portion of it, so thank you.
You did such a good job of reading it.
Thank
It
you.
was very good.
Okay. So the crowd is still cheering around you. It's kind of starting to disperse a little bit, especially with Solas kind of like with you guys, standing with you guys. And as the cheers kind of die down, he kind of like waves you all over and leads you around the Aravels to where there is a single tent pitched in the earth. So he will hold open the tent flap and just kind of usher you all in like little baby ducks. Just like, thank you, come in, please, come in. And inside there's really not much in there. There's a table with maps and weapon schematics. You can see his staff is leaned up against it, but other than that, there's nothing really in this tent. Trying to remember my Solas voice. So he looks at you all and says, I'm sorry if the speech was too forward of me, but, well, the people clearly needed a champion to cheer for.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
So what happens now?
Now, I must send you to the heart of Arlathan. And can you guys hear Pike crying in the background?
She's outside my door. She's freaking out.
Say, let me in.
You've locked out the baby.
She's always locked out. She
There's
knows
no cats
better.
allowed.
There's a sign on my door that is
Cats
specifically
don't know
for
how
me.
to read.
So yeah, he's gonna send you to the heart of Arlathan Forest. No, to the heart of Arlathan specifically. I believe that is where they plan to face us.
Okay.
So that's the plan. Just march the handful of us in to face an army of gods.
Well, of course, the army we've created here will be nearby. But I believe the best course of action is to send in a small group to survey the area.
I'm guessing that means we're going to be the group.
I was hoping so. You do now possess the weapons of Angel.
Yeah.
And what will you be doing in the meantime?
Leading the people. It takes some time to gather an army and get them to where the battle will be taking place.
And if we need your help,
Well, you know how to reach me.
Are you planning to work with the Inquisition's army?
That depends on their purpose. Do you wish for me to join them?
I mean, it'd be nice to kind of have more people on our side, you know.
You're muted.
My mouse decided to, for a second, Ashara sort of gets like that knowing kind of mischievous, like you're in the doghouse and you're trying to avoid it look. Specifically at Solas. And she's just gonna be like, well, we're gonna need all the help we can get against the gods, and your personal issues are gonna have to be handled at some point in order for that to happen.
My personal issues have been handled. It is more whether they are willing to work alongside me rather than against me.
That I'd have to find out, but I would hope so.
We hope for many things. However, many of the leaders of the Inquisition are human. They do not understand the things we have suffered.
You're leaving the Inquisitor high and dry didn't exactly help.
It was for her safety.
Ashara just rolls her eyes at that, like,
And I do not want you to believe that I am sending you forward with no help. I do plan to see you all well equipped for your journey. And he kind of like digs under the table and pulls out a large chest, box, trunk, if you will. And he opens it, and you just see chainmail inside. And he says, for those of you who are in need of it, I have shirts of Elvhen chain for you to wear. So that's the DM speak for y'all need better ACs.
no denial there.
So if Elvhen chain armor will benefit you, add it to your inventory and equip that shit.
Will do.
I know you'll benefit.
Yeah. I need all the +1 to all the AC I can get.
Hills, what is your AC?
13.
Oh.
Yeah. Why do you think I'm back there in like the back of the room all the time?
Okay. The rest of the stuff I have for him, I want to wait until M is here. There are many merchants among the elves here, so if you have need of supplies, I'm sure they will be able to equip you as well.
I have a question out of character.
Yes.
Did you use either of my potions last time?
I don't think I did.
Okay.
I think I just did magic.
Cool. Thanks.
I used all the spell slots.
I now have a spell that does 700 points of healing across like a group of people, just so y'all know.
Mm-hmm. Okay. My cat is being chastised.
Rude and disrespectful.
She's just a baby.
She's a princess. Let her in.
Hey,
She's freaking out.
I would too if I was locked out of a room.
I mean, she could be sitting in here, but
Go in literally any other space in the apartment.
But your room is locked.
Okay. Do you guys have any other questions for Solas while you are here?
How does hair get so bald?
A very sharp razor.
Nice. I'm surprised
I also eat a lot of eggs.
Oh, you don't really seem like the egg eating kind. I do see a resemblance. See is a very interesting word for me, but a resemblance
so much.
You're pretty chill. I've heard such bad things about you. I like you.
Thank you.
Yanni is mortified.
Ashara's just like trying to hold back the laughter. Like you can just see her in the back of the tent, like.
Okay. Anyone else have anything for him at this moment? We will come back to him. Okay. I know there were some RPs that wanted to happen at the end of last session. If you would like to do those now.
As we leave in, Nick knows because it's like talk. I can sense vibrations. I know Diani's vibrations by now.
Wait, is Nick still blind?
Nick now has sight without seeing. So Nick's just gonna grab Diani with the good hand and be like, "Hey, can I talk to you for a second?"
Of course. I'd like to remind you the last time Nick and Tiani talked, there was a fight.
Nick doesn't have long-term memory. What are you talking about? It's all short-term. She goes, "So remember when I was in that little cage that's not a cage, but it's like electricity cage. And you were like, 'Are you okay?' And I'm like, 'Yeah, but besides my hand.' And you were like, 'What about your hand?' And I was like, 'It's fine. It's not.'" And
Before we get any further, Sebastian, did you get a chance to watch it? I don't know if I'm posted or not.
I did watch it.
Okay.
I watched like the last half and made Jupiter and tell me what happened in the first half. Diani looks incredibly concerned and immediately just like takes her hand as gingerly as possible. I don't know if I have anything that can help this though, DM.
Mm-hmm.
You know herbs and stuff.
Let's just cut it off.
Cut it off! Cut it off!
No, there's already too many missing hands in this group. Can I do like a medicine check to see if I can help?
Sure. What exactly are we trying to help? Is this just the burns on your hand? Okay.
I haven't told anybody about the blindness. It's fine.
Mm-hmm.
It's not. It's really not. First roll on my new dice.
I'm honored.
18.
Yeah, you can see that these are like 3rd-degree burns almost. And you can probably like, I don't know, Lee, what are you looking for?
Would like lesser restoration help? Because like it's not damage anymore, right?
Yeah.
The skin is.
The skin
Like
is
you aren't missing hit points though.
I
So
mean,
like a healing spell won't help.
Yeah. I
So
think
would, like,
restoration would be the best bet.
Okay. So Diani will like very gingerly take her hand and kind of like look it over and turn it this way and that to look at the wound, and then we'll focus on it and I will cast lesser restoration. It's worth knowing that lesser restoration can also heal blindness.
but I have sight without seeing.
I also have to pick one thing. So yeah, she will cast that and her hands will glow that like soft blue color and restore the burned skin.
So there's still like the mark of the scar. Like you can see there was damage there, but you have full healing and everything, like full feeling. So it's not like the nerves are damaged or anything. Like all that's good.
And then she kind of smiles and gestures to her own burned face and goes, "We match."
I'm crying. That wasn't Nick's reaction. She, we do. Listen. There's something else I need to tell you. Oh, well, wait, no. One other thing. We'll ignore the other one. Are we good?
Yeah. No, we're good. I'm sorry for hiding that from you.
I'm sorry that I always leave.
She just kind of like ducks her head and laughs like kind of awkwardly. You're here now. Everything's okay.
And this time, I will promise you, I'm not going anywhere.
I'll hold you to that. Yeah. Yeah, she gets a hug. It's only taken 45 episodes.
And she's like, oh yeah. And as they're hugging it, the editor's like, oh, by the way, something's wrong with my eyesight, but it's fine because it's something that I can like sense people's movements. It's fine. And Nick walks away.
What does this thing do for your like perception scores?
So it I have it. Well, I had it pulled up, but then I had to put on armor. Where is it? So the feet, I gain the thermosense of 80 feet, so I can sense people. I can also tell when people are lying. I don't even have to roll because I don't know why, but that's a thing. I have the blind side of 30 feet. I get to have a +3 to my initiative. I get advantage on perception if that relies on sound. And I get advantage on wisdom insight checks. Yeah, that'll say if the person's lying because you can hear the heartbeat. I do get disadvantage on attack rolls or ability checks, and lose. Oh, yeah, and it's like pretty much means if I can sense people if they're on the ground, if things are flying. I don't that.
You just have super hearing now. You can hear heartbeats.
Yeah, that's what it is.
The whole camp is like constant pounding.
Oh my god, I just turned into Imogen.
Yeah.
I want you to know that Diani is watching Nick leave with just this concern and confusion. Like what the fuck?
Like, that's always Diani's reaction to Nick, let's be honest.
Still don't understand humans.
Does anyone else want to do anything quick before we get to the market? No? I see you speaking, but you are muted.
Not that I
I'm
can
just
think
talking to
of.
myself.
Okay. It's fine.
Okay. So, as Solas kind of like escorts you guys out, that conversation happened probably back like outside the keeper's tent before Solas's speech. We'll do that. So Solas kind of like guides you guys out of his tent and just kind of like, yep. So just go down between those two elves right there, and then take a left, and then take a right, and the market should be just on the other side of the Arabels there. And then he disappears back in this tent.
All right. We gotta go between those 4 elves to the left and right. Let's go. Nick just starts walking completely wrong.
We take a left here.
And then we do a lap around the well. Somehow.
All right, and then we arrive at the market.
And Diani
Like the
just
next 20 minutes.
take Nick's hand and lead her the correct way.
Does someone want to make like a survival check to see if you can navigate this camp?
To see if Nick can live like this.
Rolled a 6. That's a 7. Clay and Nick are not making it to this market.
We were not listening to Solas at all.
I rolled an 8.
Okay. Hills, did you roll?
A 19.
There we go.
Sarah's
Sarah
the
knows how to
only
navigate
one.
a camp.
Sarah's the only one who's keeping us together at this point. Just fucking wandering.
It's
and Sarah's
because
just like,
she's
okay.
so tall. She can see over the elves' heads and see where they need to go.
So true, bestie.
And so you all are
Absolute
just
shenanigans.
following this Kunari through the camp, and Asira, you know exactly where you're going. You can see the signs on the carts, and you see that the elves just are big fans of alliteration. What can I say? So the first one you come across is it's just a very small cart, wooden cart with a big wooden wheel, and there's just lots of little bottles all over. And there's like the posts and then the banner, and it reads Jared's Juicy Jars. Not to be confused with Jerome's Juicy Jars. Jerome's Juicy Jars is from another campaign.
It's a franchise.
It's a franchise. They're
It's
cousins.
his brother.
They're cousins.
Oh, the cousins.
They're cousins.
Nick's crying because I can't. I don't know, guys. I can't read. It doesn't matter. I'm blind. Somebody please tell me the joke about the joke.
So much for teaching Nick to read.
It's like, look, I'm sure somebody can just still attempt, and Nick will just play along.
Taught them to read and then immediately got blinded, can no longer read.
So you guys are looking over the wares at this.
Jerome's
cart.
Juicy
Are we
Jars.
sure? Are you sure we're looking over it?
Most of
Some
us
of us
looking
are.
over. So you just see these hands come up from below and just plop on top of the cart, and then this elven man slowly stands up, and he's got a very pointy little mustache and a little pointy goatee, and he just looks over you all and says, "Hello, welcome to Jared's Juicy Jars."
Oh,
Hello.
I think we're at the wrong stall.
I have
I
many
don't-
fine wares, many potions for sale. They're all the juiciest of potions in the juiciest of jars.
Okay, guys, I have something to say. I can't see, and I'm really concerned, not about my eyesight, but about what I'm hearing.
I reach out and touch one of the jars. Is it wet?
No, no, it's not. But it is very warm to the touch. Like fresh out of the dishwasher, steamy warm.
Fresh out of the oven potion.
What? I didn't
Fresh
hear
out
you.
of the oven potion.
Yeah.
Baked just this morning.
Yeah.
I see you're interested in my potion of fire breath, brewed just this morning.
Chug it, chug it, chug it, chug it.
For a price.
Potion of fire breath.
Yes.
Goddamn,
Let me
I
correctly, good sir.
I'll give you 5.
Five.
high fives.
I'm afraid I don't accept that form of currency.
Are you sure? I roll persuasion.
Roll with disadvantage.
Let me go here. Where's my persuasion? All right. Well, guess what? It cancels out because I'm supposed to roll with advantage. Come on. Let's get a free potion. That will be a 31.
What the fuck? He just kind of looks you over and is like, do they accept high fives where you're from?
Yes.
This is not a currency that I am familiar with. Please explain to me how this transaction works.
Okay, so there is this thing called the rule of the 5 fingers.
Mm-hmm.
And so how it is, it goes through the different systems. Like if something costs you 1 finger, you just do a little finger tap. If it's 2, you do 2, and it
I've
goes.
heard of
on
something
and
like
on.
this, except it usually ends up in the finger being removed.
See, where I'm from, the finger usually goes somewhere else.
While this conversation is happening, can I look at the other bottles? See if there's anything that's like stealable.
Steal.
Is there anything that's like really close to where I'm standing and I can just like whoop,
First of all, you're gonna have to roll a sleight of hand check.
with advantage because because Nick is describing
Just
straight
rude. I mean, I was rolling at disadvantage, but it was neutralized. Anyway, but yeah, and so the more you go, the more fingers it costs, the more you add. And so you just tap, and that's how it goes. Like you say, like a ring for your finger that would cost 4 fingers, and so you go boop, and then that would be the trade.
So how do you what's the exchange rate then of gold to fingers?
So it's about, well, you see, gold is 1 finger, and so like if it's going to be like something like silver or copper, it's just the tips. You just put the tip in.
Just the tips.
Yeah, just the tip.
So if something were to say 150 gold, how would you exchange that into fingers?
I think that would be a full-on handshake.
A handshake?
Yes, because it's more intimate. Your fingers are more interlocking as well as your palms.
Oh,
Nick's playing straight Vulcan logic here.
Vulcans now.
I'll say, and the thing is, it's also without gloves on, so it's more. That's how they're more intimate.
I see. An exchange of sweat, if you will.
I mean, you are the juicy bottle shop.
Jaws.
Jaws?
Jaws.
Oh,
Jaws.
oh, well.
And
sorry,
like, all the
I can't.
aren't
I'm a
in
little.
typical bottles. They're in like little mason jars.
Oh, well, you see, the thing about this is I'm blind.
Yes.
So I wouldn't know what shape your containers are.
I see. My
I don't. Has Clay stolen anything?
I got a 19.
You got a 19. And I got a dirty 20 for perception.
But
Okay.
I'm pretty.
Yes. You're also blind, so he doesn't have to look at you as he's speaking to you.
That's just rude and disrespectful.
So, as you're like reaching for the potion, he reaches out and just kind of like, may I help you, sir?
Yeah, what are these? You've got a fire-breathing potion. What are the rest of them? What's the one that I was reaching
potions?
for?
You grabbed a regular potion of healing.
Oh, okay. So this is... Do you have greater potions? And I set it back
I
down.
have all levels of healing potions, my good
Oh.
sir. I also have potions of resistance, if that tickles your fancy, or a potion of speed, a new creation from
Fastest
the,
fuck boy.
lands of Tevinter.
Ooh. How much for that one?
Well, that one is 300 gold.
That sounds like a full-on hug to me.
I don't think I would like that. Handshakes are about as far as I go with soft touching
you-
goes.
You know, that's acceptable. We love boundaries.
Yes, we do. Thank you.
Okay, but how about 250?
250 gold for the potion of speed.
Yes.
Roll persuasion.
That would be another 31.
Yes, I suppose I could do 250 for it.
Beautiful. Play, grab my purse. I don't know where it is. Play.
You don't know where you keep your own things?
No. Play, where is it?
Did all of you take an extra 500 gold before playing?
Yes.
Okay. Good. Because
Somebody
I don't
can pull
reward you
over
guys.
outside. I grab. I look at Nick, and I grab there's just like different pockets and stuff like that, and different like
Start
satchels
patting
that
me.
are. I just like I hit one of the satchels and it jingles. I'm like, there you are.
All right.
Yes. I put an amount. I just pull out the 250 and I hand it to the guy. To Jared.
Right.
Thank
And
you.
then
Good sir. And he hands over the potion. That's just a regular D&D item, so you can just add it
hey
Bro.
yo.
wherever you do your sheets.
And then
Wherever you listen to podcasts.
are we still about exchange about the fire breathing one as well?
So I understand the sentiment of that currency. However, a man can't make a living off of handshakes. I'm sorry.
That's fine. I was gonna do something, but then I realized where we were, so I'm not gonna do that. It'd be very bad.
Oh no.
It's like, that's fair. I was going to treat my dear brother here. Rails around for Clay, because it is his birthday today, and
he's looking at this pasty ass white girl next to this really tan short king.
Short king.
And he's just like, your brother.
yes. Why? Is there something you need to tell me? Why did you say it like that?
Clay is glaring at Jared.
Either you've lost your brother in the crowd, or there's something here I'm missing.
I know my brother's voice. How dare you accuse him of not being my brother? I was there the day he was born because we are twins. I was born first. I'm the older one. I'm taller. Don't let him tell you anything differently because was it like a minute in between? Yes, but that's still a minute ahead of him.
Well, then I will take your word for it. And he looks at Clay and he's like, what the fuck?
Clay is just looking very affectionately at Nick at this point. Just like, yeah, this is pure. It's fucking pure energy right here. It's fucking fantastic.
So, are there any other juicy jars that I can offer to you?
I don't know. Why don't you ask my other siblings?
Your other siblings are
Yes.
a Kunari woman and 2 Dalish elves.
Yes. Is there something you need to tell me?
I'd just like to know the parentage situation here.
We are orphans.
That makes sense.
Ashara,
Being discriminated against for being an orphan by this juicy jar dealer. Nobody.
this is I mean, I'm assuming that all the merchants here are Elven.
But
Yes.
that's why I said orphans.
In Dalish, just very soft, and she's like, I'm so sorry about her. She hit her head. This is all in Dalish.
Mhm.
She hit her head. She's never been the same since the accident.
Oh,
And
I'm
Tiani
just-
just pass
my
him the
apologies.
last 50.
I'm really sorry about the Shems. That one in particular. Just try, just
thank you. I understand. Shems are, well, I was quite surprised to see 2 of them walking up to my stand this morning.
yeah, I mean, they're good people, but that one's just a little touched ever since the accident. Just
Is this the accident where she lost her eyesight? Or is there another accident on top of that?
the eyesight thing is new. The other accident,
I see. I'm so sorry. You are a saint for putting up with her.
tell me about it.
Yeah,
May I
I'm
interest
gonna
you in
pass
any of these
over
juicy
the was it 50 gold that you bartered off of it?
I think it was 150.
What?
What he said for the gold
the
for
ori-
the fire
the-
breathing.
The potion of fire breath or the potion of speed?
Speed
Already
one.
got this.
How much?
Already-
How much was the discount that you got?
It was 50 gold.
She's gonna pass over the 50 gold that Nick
Barely bartered
got
for that
discounted,
one.
as an apology.
He sees it and he's like, he takes it and slides over a regular potion of healing to you.
Ashara will ask him, what's the strongest healing potions that you have here?
You are looking for the potions of supreme healing. Those will cost you a pretty penny. 400 gold each.
Give me 1 second here to check my...
Pull the sibling card. It works every time.
Ashara's just gonna glare at Nick. Not that you can see, but she is. I'll take 3 of them.
You're gonna take what?
3. She'll buy 3 of them.
Well,
Well,
unfortunately, I only have 2. You see,
Then I'll buy the lot. It's fine. I'll buy the lot. I'll buy what you have.
2 potions of supreme healing. That will be 800 gold, please.
And she will just plunk the purse down with the 800 gold in it.
Thank you, thank you. May I interest you and your party in anything else? I do have
I'd like
potions
to
of
get the
resistance,
fire breathing.
the potion of fire breath still, other potions of healing,
I would
varying
like
levels, of
to, I would
course.
like to get the fire breathing potion.
You would like that one?
Yeah.
Did you enjoy it a little too much?
She's
When you could
gonna
breathe
give
fire.
it to Clay. She's gonna give it to Clay.
So that one is 150.
Y'all forget that Diani didn't care about money and gave it all away the first time, so
I think I'm gonna get a couple of greater healing potions.
Of course, those are 100 each.
I will get 3 of them.
300 gold then, please.
All right. She goes ahead and takes 300 out of her purse and gives it to him.
And he slides over the 3 potions and says, "Thank you, my tall friend." Yes.
Katie and Abby are on their way.
Oh, sweet.
So I'm just going to let them in when they're ready.
Sounds good. We'll wait and see if they want an interaction with Jared and his juicy jars.
Yeah, Ashara went down last fight, doesn't want to see anyone else go down either, so, you know.
As you guys are looking around at the market, you can see that every banner has an alliterative name, like Jerome's Juicy Jars. The one next door to him is Talon's Tiny Trinkets. Further along the way, you see Wendell's Wondrous Weapons. I had fun naming my shops.
go on, look at the trinkets.
Me too, let's go.
Pull up my trinket page. Where's my trinket page? There it is.
Hello.
Announcement. Me and Clay are now siblings. So just roll with it.
Welcome to the market of the Elvhen encampments. My
Nick
name
is
is
all-
Jared of Jared's Juicy Jaws.
Nick is
This
also blind.
Yeah, Nick is
like
like,
any potions.
this is our other sibling. We're actually triplets, not twins. It's her birthday as well. Give her something good. And then I go with Diani to the trinkets.
Diani's just gonna take Nick's hand and be like, please don't think that we're done talking about the fact that you're blind.
Katie, before we move on, do you want any potions from Jared's Juicy Jars? I keep wanting to say Jerome, but that is not his job. That's his cousin.
I mean, I should probably have a couple like potions because I don't think I ended up with any.
So, as you're approaching the stall, he sees you. He can tell you're kind of with the rest of the group, and he says, "Ah, my good lady, welcome to Jared's Juicy Jars. May interest you in some healing potions, or perhaps potions of resistance. I'm afraid your friends here bought me out of the more interesting ones, but I'm sure they would be more than happy to share."
Very interesting to see what they got their hands on. Yes, I would just like. I'm literally looking at my inventory. That healing potion was definitely used. I guess just if we have I don't know what my budget is and how much things cost, but like a couple greater healing potions.
I have 3 remaining. They are 100 gold each.
Yes, I will take 2 of those, please.
Yes, 200 gold, please, madam.
Okay.
And he hands them over, he just kind of like slides them across the counter to you. He says, "Thank you, my dear lady. Now tell your friends that you got them from Jared's Juicy Jars. And don't go to Jerome's Juicy Jars. No one likes that man. Mine are far superior."
Like, Awkwardly gives a thumbs up and slowly walks away for the rest of the
That's
group.
antagonistic, Jared. Goddamn.
He and his cousin Jerome don't get along. It's because his cousin is half human.
Well, damn. What a jerk.
Uh-huh. Abby, would you like to purchase any potions from Jared's Juicy Jars?
If you're trying to talk, you're muted.
Buckaroony. All right. Yeah, let me check my inventory real fast. Hang on.
And Katie and Abby, did you guys remember to take 500 gold?
No.
Take 500 gold. As a reward for the last couple arcs.
I wish with all my heart to fly with dragons in a world apart. No, I wish that potions were better alphabetized.
Well, he only has specific ones. Currently, my stock includes potions of healing. Currently, I have many potions of healing. 1 greater healing and 4 of the superior healing. I also have 3 potions of resistance, if you are interested in those at all.
How much for each potion?
Well, which ones are you interested in?
All of them, I suppose.
All of them. I like this one. This is a good
I'm intrigued anyway. Now, whether or not my coin purse is intrigued might be a different story, but...
I understand, lady. Each of the potions of resistance, 3 different kinds. They are 100 gold each. The potions of healing are 50 each. The 1 greater healing is 100, and the 4 superior healing are 200 each.
Math. Why did I pick this hobby? All right, so the 4 superiors are 200, right? Each?
Yes.
And then the 1 greater is 100.
Yes.
And the regulars are 50.
Mm-hmm.
And how many of those does he have?
10.
10. And then the resistances are 100 each.
Mm-hmm. There's
Okay.
3 of those. Each one different.
I'm going to pick up one of the resistances.
He kind of like shows you over to them. One is like black and bubbling, one is bright red, and the other is like frosting on the outside.
I think the frost looks pretty, so I'm going to get the frosty one.
And he just kind of like slides it across the cart. 100 gold, please, my dear.
And I would also like to pick up one of the superiors and 2 of the regular healing potions.
Yes, that will be 300 gold.
How much was the total?
400
400 total for all of it?
for the resistance and the healings.
Oh, I guess I did my math wrong. Yes, that makes sense. Okay. Like I said, math. Why did I pick this hobby? Alrighty. Thanks, GM, for the 500 gold. Let me blow most of it.
Yeah. All right. So he kind of packages up your many potions and slides them over to you. Make sure to tell your friends all about Jared's Juicy Jaws. And don't even mention Jerome. Don't even bother. And so Nick and Diani heading over to Talon's Tiny Trinkets. You walk up and you see this tiny little elf you can't tell if they're a child or if they're just small. But you can just see all these random things across their cart. And they just kind of look up at you and just
Um, I just realized that Nick's not going to be able to see what.
Nick's just having a good time. Going on a date with Diani.
trinket shopping.
Diani will like point things out to her as they look and say what they are, or her best guess at what they are.
So you see a lot of weird things. Like there's a mummified hand, there's a chess piece, there's a dead bug, there's some like little toys, but there's also like this antique looking ring. There's a couple bottles that look like they're holding some sort of liquid. One does look like a familiar potion. There's a little kit that's got a whole bunch of herbs in it. There's these two stones that are like in a like sitting on top of a little leather pouch. There's a bag full of little metal balls. It's just all kinds of random stuff.
I want the mummified hand, please.
Can I very quickly cast Detect Magic?
Sure.
I would like to join the trinket table group.
You approach and Talon just
I don't care how much it is. I want the mummified hand, a small elf person.
and they just
I'm blind. We're just here in silence.
How much? 5 or 50? 50?
50? Okay. Clay, do you still have my purse?
Good thing I showed up when I did. I pull out 50 gold and I put it in the little elf's hand.
All right. Mommy's buying everyone a little trinket. What do you two want?
I would like to look at the there's a bag of metal spheres.
yeah, it's a bag of ball bearings.
Dope. I want to look at there are 2 stones on top of a bag.
They're on top of a little leather pouch.
I did cast Detect Magic. Is anything glowing?
The stones are glowing, the ring is glowing, and one of the bottles is glowing.
Can I tell anything about any of them?
The bottle you can tell is a potion of healing. The ring is glowing. It's just glowing. And you do identify that the stones are sending stones.
Can I assume that I've gone over there and see if any of this is like human stuff?
Yeah, there's like a little badge that looks like it is just a really corroded Grey Warden badge. And there's this like brooch that bears one of the noble house crests. And just that kind of just random stuff all over. There's an old invitation to some masquerade ball that happened like years ago.
Love it.
I would like to buy the herb kit.
Okay.
And then I really want to know what the ring is, so she's gonna ask how much the ring is.
So they kind of like point at the ring to confirm that's what you're talking about.
So she'll get the herb kit, but I cannot afford that, so instead I'm gonna grab the potion.
How much was the ring?
About 100.
Nick slaps Clay.
God,
Nick's gonna put a ring on it before Clay or Bronwyn.
Nick's on the way. Everybody's romancing Diani.
As honestly as she deserves.
Nick's goal was to get a girlfriend, and she's well on her way, right?
All right. So buy it. And I grab the ring. I'm like, psst, Diani. Here you go.
Clay is like giving the
so
shopkeep
much. Okay.
the shopkeep the gold and notices this happening in the background, and it's like this like yeah,
Sounds right.
yeah,
I'm like,
that seems about right.
like, Diani, nothing's too much for you.
She's so red. How much was the herb kit and the potion?
So the potion is 20 gold. It's just a regular potion of healing. And then the herb kit is actually a healer's kit. And it's 25 gold.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm. That's not all. When you messaged me earlier, there's a whole shop just for you, babe.
The stones. What are they? Do they
Oh,
just
yes, the stones.
stones?
Were they sending stones?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
But only Diani knows they're sending stones.
Do they just look like stones?
They look like two just really, really nice rocks. They've got like a bluish sheen to them. They're kind of marbled.
I'm looking at the bag of ball bearings and the bag of stones.
I think
I point to both of them. What was that?
Well, I think Lila would be inspired by the cute little interaction she just witnessed and is now searching the table for anything for Eldon.
Okay. So let's go to Clay first, and then I'll do you. So the shopkeeper kind of points at the sending stones, just to confirm, and they go,
Okay. And then he points at the ball bearings. Starts grabbing his bag and starts 250 and then
and
5.
they're like counting it after you, like you guys are counting simultaneously as you put the coins on the counter.
Yeah.
And they tuck them in their little pouch.
Adorable. Okay.
Okay, so Lila, you're looking over the table. And you see like a random coin that looks Orlesian. You see just a bright green feather. There's that imitation has the crest of another house that you recognize from Starkhaven. And you finally come across the hilt from a broken sword that does bear the symbol of Ferelden on it.
Yeah, she's definitely going to ask about that. And has picked up on the fact that does not seem like there was conversation happening. So it's like, like makes a face.
And they pointed at it too. And they kind of look at it and they're thinking,
I think that was a 10. Yes. Yeah, she'll happily hand that over and pocket it.
starts counting. And then they like lean down, pick up a piece of, it's literally just like a scrap piece of fabric, and they take the hilt and wrap it up all nice for you, and then hand it over to you.
That's so fucking cute.
And it's like tied with a little piece of antler to like secure it.
She's gonna like almost without realizing she's doing it because she's so used to this, like calculate in her head what an appropriate tip would be and like slide him one more piece.
And they just look at it like,
oh my god, so cute.
would anyone else like to buy my trinkets?
Can I have a quick overview? What else is there?
Was there any? What's left is there's 3 different bottles that are holding different liquids, and then just the most random shit you can think of.
Okay.
Like a feather, a coin, the invitation, a brooch. Like, one man's trash is another man's treasure. That's the whole point of this show.
This is my favorite merchant that you have ever created. I just want you to know.
This is also my favorite merchant.
This merchant is
also-
the MVP of the game.
What
If
do I need to
Post-it
do to
notes-
figure out what the ring is?
I will have you roll an Arcana check. I'm assuming you have high in that. No?
Not only do I not have a higher Arcana, I almost just rolled a d12.
No.
13.
So you are able to tell, I'll say with the 13 combined with your detect magic spell, you're able to tell that this is a ring of evasion. So you can add that to your
Thank you.
inventory. All right, so you see 2 more shops coming up. The one is Wendell's Wondrous Weapons, and the other is, what did I name it? Aradel's Arduous Armor. It is now canon that the elves love alliteration.
As they should. Pop off.
Can I sell my old bow?
Yes, barter system.
Yeah.
I don't need the old one anymore.
Do you want to just straight up sell it? Do you want to trade it for something?
I can't reckon that I'm going to beat much better than Andrew's bow. So
I mean, you don't have to trade it for another bow. You can trade it for literally anything.
yeah, she'll walk into the shop or up to the shop. I don't know what's all there. Like, what do I see?
The armor shop or the weapon shop?
The weapon shop. I figured
Yeah.
I'll sell the bow at the weapon shop.
You see this very beefy, buff-looking elven man, bigger than any elven man you've ever encountered. Just the biggest dude. And he's just kind of looming over you, watching you. And among his wares, you see like the general kind of weaponry. There's a hand crossbow, there's a staff that is kind of giving off this sense of drowsiness, I guess. It kind of washes over you as you get close to it. There's like some wooden clubs, there's a longsword, there's a whip, there's a hand-woven net. What are you interested in? As he's just looming over you. And you can see like the scars of his Valisline that were once there.
I don't really. Oh, she's gonna set the bow, her old bow, on the table and be like, "Well, I'm interested in either selling or trading this." Did anyone follow Ashara into or up to
Are
this?
you in the weapons or the armor?
Yes, weapons.
Yes. My question is shield, armor, or weapon? So she probably goes into weapons to consider which one do they book it as here.
You see no shields.
She'll wait for the party anyways.
I'm just out of character.
Mhm.
Is anyone else in the party looking to upgrade their weapons at the expense of maybe trading this bow for something?
Oh, I mean, I would love to get a rune put on her sword so that there's slightly more damage each time she hits.
Does the shop look like they do that at all?
Available.
It does not. However, that doesn't mean there isn't another place in the market.
Right. Well, it's one of the. Again, it's out of character. It's just that if anyone else in the party isn't interested in upgrading their weapon, like a new weapon, then I'm just gonna sell the bow.
I mean, I think it makes sense to sell it, especially because, I mean, this is probably the place that's going to get the best price for it.
Yeah, probably. Okay. Ashara just be like, I'm just looking to sell this one at the moment.
1 second. Trying to find out how much that bow is worth.
Out of character, but like I really regret that I haven't done with Lila what I did with Gwen, because after every single interaction or every single like a little mini adventure with Gwen, she basically took a souvenir. But in this kind of scenario, that she would have things that if she felt like it, she could try.
That's
Wendy, like, oh, a family heirloom. What a lovely souvenir from this memory of this trip.
You got to admit, though, it's kind of random because I believe one of them was literally like an acorn from the forest that they fought. So, like,
Yeah, it was.
You never know.
Forest.
I had a character in a different game that did that once, and she accidentally blew up her bag of holding.
Oh.
I thought that you could only blow up a bag of holding by putting it in another bag of holding.
DM magic. I think it was a warning that I was collecting too many things.
GM was like, stop it.
Yeah, pretty much. Well, he got mad. Not mad per se, but I definitely thwarted a plan by emptying my bag and finding what I thought was the most random, useless shit. He forgot I had it. Totally ruined his whole encounter. Because I was like, I can fix this.
When we are done with this game, I have a great story about a bag of holding.
Me too.
All right, bag of holding stories after the game.
Selling the bow, yes.
Okay, so you hand over the bow, and he takes it up. It looks tiny in his giant, meaty hands, and he's just analyzing it very closely.
Stop trying to make him hotter, Callie.
He does nothing for Ashara.
I can give you 400 gold for it.
Does he have that tiny voice? I love him. He's instantly my favorite.
400 gold for it.
That's wonderful. Deal.
I have not seen a bow quite like this ever.
I got it off of an Antivan pirate ship.
Oh, Antigone.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry, is Greta here?
No, this is Swedish.
This is Greta's long lost cousin.
All I can think about is from Frozen.
Yeah.
We want to go to the sauna or whatever it is.
Yoo-hoo, big summer blowout.
So he takes it and puts it away. And he's like, very carefully, 1, 2, 3.
Ashara just patiently waits, like
255, 256. And finally, you have your 400 gold.
Oh my god, I love him so much.
Make sure you come back to Wendell's wondrous weapons, yeah?
Yes. If I ever need anything, yes.
Do they have any daggers or swords that are hold on, not heavy swords?
So you're looking around, and you do see 2 very ornate looking daggers.
Dope.
And he sees you looking at him as he's finishing counting, and you hear him say 398, 399, 400. And then he looks over at you and says, oh, you're interested in my daggers, yeah?
Yeah. Very much so.
Yes, those are far superior daggers to any dagger.
Clay pulls out his daggers. He's like, and
your daggers are shit.
They are shit. And it's a problem.
I see that.
Can I do trade-ins as well? And he has the 2 daggers, and then he pulls out 2 hand axes, and then he pulls out another rapier. I don't know why I had this much fucking shit in my bag. I just found another rapier. I was like, hello?
You just have another one?
A whole 2 rapiers. Why do I got that?
It's like last time I feel like I had like 6 knives.
Yeah.
Something.
You can
He's
have
looking
2
over.
javelins or 6.
He's looking over all your items and he says, I can give you 60 gold for this, yeah.
How much did he say how much the daggers are?
He did not.
How much are the daggers?
The daggers are 75 gold each, yeah.
Oh, okay. So he kind of pushes the pile of jangly metal across the table and that was 60, right?
Mm-hmm.
And
So
then
that
he
would be
80 gold.
yeah.
He takes out another 80 gold and sets it next to the pile.
1, 2, 3. Takes his time and then he goes 78, 79, 9 or 80.
80.
80 comes after 79. And he says, oh, let me wrap those for you, yeah. And he
Oh, that's yeah, go ahead.
I said, let me wrap those for you, yeah. Takes them. It's like eyeing you up.
Eyeing me up. Thank you so much.
Come again to Wendell's Wondrous Weapons.
Okay,
Right.
I need to get rid of a lot of.
So Nick senses Bronwyn approach.
Bronwyn senses are tingling.
Bronwyn, I feel the little but heavy steps. And I go, Bronwyn, I found you something. I got you a present.
What?
It's great because you weren't here. And she pulls out a mummified hand. I got this for you.
Why?
And beyond Nick, you just see this cart and the sign above it says Talon's Tiny Trinkets. And you just see this tiny little elf. And they just
She like kind of reaches out and she's like, whose hand is this?
I didn't ask. I just heard it. See, the thing is, I'm blind, and Diani was describing things to me while we were on our little date. And then I was like, oh, I heard mummified hand. And then I instantly thought of you.
Is it because I'm missing a hand?
It was more, well, part of it, partially. It's more like you decapitate things. And it's like, what is not cutting off a hand, but decapitation, but of a hand? And so I was like, hey, Bronwyn.
Thanks, Nick. That's really kind of you.
You know, if anything, could he be a back scratcher?
No, I people don't usually give me gifts, so I appreciate it.
Well, you're worth everything and more.
Oh, okay. What's happening?
We are going around buying things and trinkets. Don't go to the juicy jar man. He hates orphans.
and you hear in the distance, do not speak of Jerome. This is Jared's Juicy Jars.
I'm not talking about Jared Jerome.
I'm Jared.
I don't care. You hate orphans.
Only you.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna put him on a hit list. Just wait. I go find a bird.
You just find a bird?
We're gonna send it to the crows. All birds know the crows.
Yeah, see. So you just grab the first bird you come across.
Listen, bird.
And it's the fattest pigeon. The fattest pigeon.
It's okay.
He's
That
a
means
chubby little boy.
he can fly far.
in very short bursts.
It's okay. Go to
I loved that Bronwyn's like, okay, because that's like the correct response to like 75% of Nick's antics. Okay.
Okay. And I don't know who's closest who can write. Is it just
You need someone to write for you?
Yes. Okay. And so on she knows where this paper is. She doesn't need help finding it. She pulls out, this is special paper. On it, I need you to write. What was his name? Jerome. What does that sign say?
We're not putting a hit out on our merchants.
You're not here. Right.
Wait,
See,
what are
right? No, it's okay. Just write that person's shop down.
Okay.
All right. And then write his name.
Whose name?
How it has the name on top of it is either Jared or Jerome.
It's Jared.
All right.
Jared.
So I write Jared.
All right. And then next to it, I need you to see this little symbol that's right here. Try your best and draw that. If you can't, it's fine. Just
Are we putting a hit out on someone, Nick?
No. It's not a hit unless it's accepted.
I can't. I'm sorry. I can't write this one.
You already wrote it down. She puts her symbol down and just colors over it. All right, go.
And the pigeon just kind of like, and then falls to the ground. And then like,
what just hit the ground? What was that?
It didn't like hit the ground. It like fell a little bit.
Nick doesn't know. It's fine.
Because it's so chubby and he's got such little wings. It just doesn't work the way that it's meant to. And then he's carrying extra weight from your letter.
I want the pigeon.
Nothing. And I take the paper off the pigeon and I just kind of scoot the pigeon away and I get rid of the paper.
If Lila's
Allie,
looking
can
for
I
an
have the
animal
pigeon?
companion,
What is happening?
What was happening?
Are you getting a pigeon? Is that what's happening? I mean, you'd have to not let the pigeon fly away.
Harness like you do for children.
I mean, right now, you wouldn't be able to have him send your letter.
Nick doesn't know he's gone.
Fastest pigeon in existence.
Did he fly away after I took the extra weight off of him? The little
I
pigeon?
mean, no. He just goes back on the ground and starts pecking at it.
Yeah, I took the letter away and then I just like sprinkle some breadcrumbs out of the way so that he's not in the foot traffic.
And you hear him cooing as he's eating. I can't coo, otherwise I would. Thank you. There's a couple more shops we haven't hit up yet.
The armory.
Yeah, here.
Move.
So the last 3 shops, the first 2 you come across are Aradel's Arduous Armor and Revason's Roguish Runes. Mechanics to be determined at a later date. Which shop would you like to go to next?
Nick.
I want to check out the runes.
Runes?
Yeah, so it is Nick, and I guess Layla does too.
Yeah.
I apologize for being tardy, but what shops have already been looked at?
Jared's Juicy Jars, not to be confused with Jerome's Juicy Jars. Talon's Tiny Trinkets.
Okay.
And Wendell's Wondrous Weapons.
Okay. Do you want me to just touch base with you on those after your session?
Yes.
Sounds good.
Also, did you take the 500 gold? I gave everyone 500 gold.
Alrighty.
Just because I don't reward you.
I'm like, from who? Who's bribing us?
It is your reward other than level up.
Cool.
Because we're shopping. So you guys walk up to Revisan's Roguish Ruins. And you see this very tall, lanky, red-haired elf standing there. And he's just kind of like very nonchalant, leaning against the post, hand on his hip. Just looks very bored as you guys approach. Welcome to Revisan's Roguish Ruins. I'm Ryan, Revisan's son. What do you want?
What do you have?
We got runes.
Yeah, I mean,
runes, in fact.
it's kind of in the name a little bit, Ryan. I also like how your name also fits with the. Are you supposed to inherit this when you get older?
Unfortunately.
Well, maybe you could give it a name change, spice it up. Maybe you could change your own name.
To what?
Let me think. I can't see, so I'm just going off your vibe of your voice.
That was a little bit good.
Jared.
Harold Gary Farmer III.
You just gave me the most shem-ass name in existence.
You did. I can't tell. I don't.
We're
I
in
can't
an
see.
Elven camp.
His name is already Ryan.
Yeah. Your name was already a Shem name anyway. If I said that word right.
That doesn't mean it's my fault.
Sure. Well, what are some Elven names? Oh, I know. We could name you. We could name you Diani the Third.
Who are the first and second?
Who's the second?
The second. So this is the first Diani. The second Diani is the Diani in our hearts, and then you'll be the third Diani.
I really thought you were going to say that you named the pigeon Diani.
That's funnier. The pigeon is Diani. So then you'll be Diani the Third.
So I'm named after some chick and a pigeon?
Some chick.
Two chicks, if you will. Bird pun.
Ryan. Why don't you come take a walk with me, Ryan, real quick?
No, I'd leave the stall.
I grab him by the collar.
Roll intimidation.
Can you at least let me buy something before you kill him?
That means everything's free.
Maybe we should not.
It's okay. We're just taking a step around the edge. That would be.
This is the Elven camp, so maybe
it's okay.
Respect the elves,
especially a human threatening an elf.
That would be a twin. That would be 32.
I got a dirty 20, so you beat me.
Yeah, I'm not doing it. I just grab it. I'm like, we're leading somewhere. We go on the side. I'm like, you see, you have misogyny in your heart.
And you can feel him like trembling as you're holding onto him.
And I'm like, misogyny isn't cool. You know, in a different life, you might do something.
I love my mom.
Then why did you call a woman a chick?
It was a bird pun.
Diani is not a bird. Well, Diani the second is a bird.
Pun. Please let me go.
I will let you go if you be respectful of women, not just your mother.
Women.
Then why did you? No, you aren't. Get a better attitude.
I drink my respect women juice.
Okay. Good. Diani the Third. Now you get the chip off your shoulder, straighten up your back, get that posture in check. And when your father comes back, you tell him you don't want to go in the family business. You follow your dreams.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, now go in there and sell some runes.
You
got this, champ.
But Revisan's my mom's name.
Oh, I'm sorry, your mom. I thought you said your father wasn't in the store.
Yeah, he runs it but it's her name.
Oh, that's
He
so
named it after her.
charming. That's so charming. Well, you will do your mother proud.
Yes, ma'am. And he goes just sulking back to his.
I said
stall.
straighten up!
He stands up straight. Welcome to Ravason's Roguish Rooms. How can I help you?
Just like a quick once over him, like, dear God, is he okay?
He looks so fucking tense.
Just kind of like leans in and softly is just like, it's okay. She's just very intense. It's okay.
That's what
And then she leans back out and is like,
me in my sleep.
and she doesn't pull out her sword, but like she pulls it out of her out of the sheath enough so you can like fully see the hilt. Says, I'm considering if it's possible to add some kind of potentially a flame rune to this sword.
We have two kinds. We have the regular fire rune, and we have the master fire rune.
Oh.
The master one's very expensive. It's the only one we have. Took a lot for my mom to make it.
I'm sure. What are the prices for each of those?
The regular one's 100 and the master's 700.
7 only.
Just 7. Well, I'm sure an impressive price for an impressive rune.
Really impressive. She does good work. I'm not a misogynist.
I'm haggling that she would have even like considered doing is out the window now because she feels so bad that this poor teenager is like. See, this is the problem I always run into is my brain is like, can she leave a writ of notice that she owes this small child in an elven village? But obviously that's only going to be a thing with like noble families that are humans. So,
do you need money?
Well, I don't have 700 on me. No, I don't.
How much do you need?
I have 314 right now.
How much did you start the day off with?
525.
Callie, I feel like the rich lady should have had more money.
Yeah.
Did my mama hand me money when I saw her last?
She just gave her a little allowance of 1,000 gold.
Oh my just God, a small loan. Just a small loan. Pithy little loan.
What?
I mean, I could have just stolen her mom's coin purse from the chest and handed it off to Lila.
Lila,
Allow
it. Lila, oh, hey!
I'm gonna roll
Never
for
mind.
how much is in it.
Watch it be 2.
I stole everything else from that woman. I might as well have stolen her gold.
Another D10. There it is. You got 740 from that coin purse.
Yeah.
Yay!
I'm rich, baby.
That's a lot of money. Wow.
Not just pretending to be. Cool. So then, yeah, she's gonna get the Master Fire Rune, and she's really excited about it. So, is there an installation process? I don't really understand magical stuff very well.
The installation's included in the price. My dad will do it for you. Dad. And you hear these thumping footsteps coming up behind you. And you can just feel someone very tall looming over you. You look up and it's Wendell. He says, "Oh, you bought a rune there, yeah. I will install it for you."
Thank you so much. And she like kind of like starts to pull the sword out, like looks to make sure that no one's gonna freak out, and pulls it out of the rest of the way and hands it to him by the hilt.
He takes it, looks at it, he's like, Weird sword.
I understand. It's very free marches and very human.
Yeah. And he goes behind the stall and starts installing the rune for you. While he's doing that, does anyone else want some runes? We got a few left.
What
What?
are the options?
So Ryan's Diani 3 is pointing them all out. So we got a fire rune, we got 2 of those. There's 3 lesser frost runes, there's a regular frost rune, and then there's a superb lightning rune, and that one is a dragon slaying rune.
Not to be basic, but I want to get a frost and fire rune for my 2 daggers.
The lesser frost one is 50 gold, and the fire rune is 100 gold, so 150 gold, please.
Was there a larger, or not a larger, but like a better frost one?
Oh, there is
Or
a
was
better
that
one. There's one. It's 100, so 200 gold.
Okay, yeah, let's do that.
Okay. Dad!
Out of character. What is the
Yeah,
dragon?
I'm coming.
Oh. That way. There we go.
And I'll take your daggers, and he'll do it when he's done with her sword.
And then just let me know what the DVD is with that.
Yeah, it'll probably just be like a plus something fire.
Yeah, just let me know whenever you decide what it is. Just let me know.
Probably tonight or Wednesday.
What does the dragon slaying rune do?
It helps you in slaying dragons.
Fair point.
Is it? Yeah, but I mean, like, is it weapons only, armor?
It is weapons.
Hmm.
I felt really silly when I was sending a message about that over Discord because I was trying to think of what it's like in Inquisition, and then my mind blanked, but I immediately pictured the whole mechanic in Origins with Sandal of like, and into that of sliding it into place. And like always keeping a master lightning rune and Alistair's sword because of course.
Debating if it's redundant putting a rune of dragon slaying on a dagger.
That's up to you.
Fuck it. Ashara will just walk up and be like, point to that one, just be like, and how much is the rune of dragon slaying?
Dad. Well, that's 300 gold, yeah.
Yeah. She'll hand over the dagger and just be like, yeah, we'll do that.
And he takes it. He's like, here, Dad. And he's got this pile of weapons that he's working on putting into his own shop abandoned.
Are there any other runes?
There's still a regular fire rune, 3 lesser frost runes, and the superb lightning rune.
Okay. Nick is going to ask about the superb rune, the lesser frost, and what was the other one?
Fire. You just want to know the prices?
Yeah.
The fire is 100, the lesser frost is 50, and the lightning is 250.
Nick wants all of them.
Okay. So that is 400 gold.
Awesome. And so the lesser frost is going on to the gauntlet dagger that Clay made for her. Then on her short swords will be the other 2.
Cool. All right. Does anyone else want runes?
Are there any left?
There are still 2 lesser frost runes.
She's gonna I just go up to the table and I'm like, well, okay. Before I do this, Callie, is there any point in me asking for what I want?
I've thought about it. I don't know how to make it work mechanically yet.
Okay. We'll talk about it later then.
Yeah. Okay. Then we will take a break. So we finished up with Revasan's roguish runes. And Wendell hands back all your weapons, returns to his shop, and sees Asira kind of browsing about. And he says, "Well, can I help you?"
I just want to know what kind of staff is this? And she points out to the staff.
Oh, that is made of iron bark. It is a staff of withering.
Okay.
It's 500 gold if you are interested. I do barter and I do take trade.
And Lila kind of looks at it and leans over to her and goes, "You have to get that."
I was gonna say I do have to get that. Except I don't have enough money to get that.
If you don't have anything that you need to trade in for that, I can cover some of it for you.
I might trade my quarterstaff in for that because I know, because I was looking at that for one of my things, and you can use that as a quarterstaff.
That makes sense.
So I'm gonna try. I'm gonna go ahead and take my quarterstaff off my back and just lie it on the table and be like, "What? If I trade this quarterstaff and
Is it a Kunari quarterstaff? Is my question.
Yeah."
Because then I'm gonna. I don't know if I can very well. I can attempt to actually role play it, but then Lila would definitely try to step in and be like, "You probably haven't seen these before, because you would not see them in this part of the world. But this is actually a Kunari quarterstaff. I'm very far away.
A Kunari quarterstaff, you say?
Yes.
Yes.
Tell me all about it, yeah. What makes it so special?
Well, look at me. Do you think I would know? I'm just a normal human.
Well, as you can
look at the Asira.
Asira's just kind of slightly uncomfortable. And she's like, "Well, as you can see, it is slightly taller than the average quarterstaff, but
Yes, it is me-sized." He's like at your eye level. This is a very tall man.
Oh my god.
You'd also have to consider the fact that this was made for Kunari to train and fight with each other. So it must be very strong to be able to withstand that kind of fighting, given that, well, my friend here is more of a magic user than a simple strength fighter. I'm sure you have at least briefly glimpsed some of the other Kunari that roam these lands that are very much strength fighters.
Well, I'm from way down south, eh?
Oh, really?
I came here with my family. This is a southern accent, yeah?
I'm so sorry. I should have known that. I'm terrible at placing accents.
Southern where?
I'm from very far north, so.
May I see your quarterstaff?
She hands it to him.
He takes it.
Do I
and
get
sniffs the wood. And he's holding it. And he spins it a few times. And he's like, "This is a good piece of wood, yeah."
Yeah.
I think I could give you 100 gold for it.
Okay. 100. And I was gonna say, how out of character, how much was the staff again?
500.
It was 500. God damn it. Okay.
How much do you mean to cover? I've gotten pretty much what I want, so.
Just another 100 is basically
Oh
what
yeah,
I would
that's
need.
really fine.
Give or
You
take.
hand that off, no problem.
Okay. So she kind of sheepishly leans over to Lila and is like, "Can I have $100 loan?"
She's like, honey, it's not alone. Here. I have a mother who hands me coin purses when she sees me. You do not. I'm just making it fair.
Okay. So she goes ahead and lays the additional 400 on the table.
1, 2, 3.
God.
Eventually he counts up to the 500 or the 400. And he says, "Yes, it is all accounted for. The staff of withering is yours. Thank you for your business, and come again to Wendell's Wondrous Weapons."
Thank you.
Okay.
There we go. There it is. Okay.
Next shop. You guys pass by Aradel's Arduous Armor. Does anyone want to take a peek before we move on to the last shop?
Yes, Lila is definitely considering if there's another sword, another shield. Either because she has gotten a little stronger, I feel like it would make sense that she could handle a larger shield now that maybe then Callie out of character would maybe just extend instead of somebody having to be in the square next to her for her to use for protection. Maybe they could be one square out from that. Or
I have to
a
see
shield
if there are shields like that exist, or if I would have to build one for you. You could put in a custom order.
You can put in a custom order. Or just potentially, because she does just have, what is her shield? Her shield is just a common +2 AC shield because she just has just a regular Inquisition. Her armor, I'm sure at some point she's gotten improved a little bit, but she just has a regular old Inquisition shield. So even just a slightly better shield.
Okay.
She figures at this point she's kind of, in the full toe, head to toe Inquisition armor. She probably doesn't also need the shield for you to tell. One of those.
So you walk up to the stall and you hear, "Welcome to Aradel's Arduous. Oh my goodness, you're Shem."
She catches the vibe immediately and does a little bit of a head hang of
and it's not like she's appalled. It's just she's like, "Oh, I wasn't expecting to see a human here."
Yes, it's true.
Well, what can I do for you, dear?
I was considering looking for a new shield.
Oh, well, I'm afraid the only ones we sell at the moment are beginner shields. I could put a custom order in for you if you'd wish.
I would be interested in that. I'm not sure if I can afford a custom order, but
well, price isn't everything, you know. And if you were to trade in your current shield, of course, we can offer you a discount.
Yes, I'd be willing to do that. I trust all of you to not attempt to. She does her best to make it clear, have a smirk on her face of, I trust you all not to attempt to pretend to have joined the Inquisition.
Just kind of glances over at one of the other elves nearby and is like, "What the fuck is up with this?"
I just imagine her standing, even just standing in, she's not that tall, but she's still in her armor. So with the sword and the shield and everything, she's got to look real awkward the moment she walks in anywhere there.
Well, my lady, what sort of shield were you looking for?
Well, I always appreciate oh god, this is me going, crap, I want to use that dialogue that Bull has. And if anyone knows what dialogue I mean about Bull talking about Colin's shield, thank you. Well, I've always appreciated the Templar technique, and she pauses and is like, shit. You can just see her face go, ugh.
I just see her
of she's just like, well, shit, I'm in it now. Of using shields, not just as a simple way to block the blow, but as a way to deflect any kind of attack, especially given how many magic users we face. So something curved, even potentially more than usual.
I see. It would pose quite a challenge as far as craftsmanship goes. But, of course, nothing is too challenging for Ardo. I will make an attempt, and if you find yourself uninterested, I will just sell it to the highest bidder.
Sounds wonderful. I'm out of curiosity. Are most of your shields made of ironbark? Or is that mostly for, I know I've seen ironbark bows.
We don't make many, simply because bows are always in high demand. We do have one, but it's only a step above the training shield.
I'm not sure how comfortable I'd feel using ironbark. Anyways, I feel like that's... She kind of just looks down at herself and says, I feel like that would clash a little bit with the rest of my uniform.
I agree. I will work on this shield for you. Come back in the morning. We'll see.
I appreciate it.
My creation is up to your standards.
Oh, I'm sure it will be.
Is there anything else I can do for you?
He kind of turns to the group. If anyone else has something.
Is all he carries is like armor, or are there any like enhancements or other like things that aren't just like plate armor?
So a lot of it's armor. There's different kind of shirts. There's this one, like there's a mannequin just decked out in this brightly colored silk outfit. I'm gonna sneeze. Maybe I'm not gonna sneeze. No, I'm gonna sneeze.
Bless you.
Now I'm not gonna sneeze. There is, like, among like the gauntlets and stuff on the table, there is a single ring as well.
What do you do?
Fuck around and find out.
Yeah, Brown one will just kind of go up and like, what is this?
Oh, this. And she picks it up, and it's just a really simple like brass ring with a black stone in it. This is a ring of protection. Could be quite beneficial for you or any member of your party.
How much is it?
200 gold.
Okay. She'll give her 200 gold. Take it.
Why, thank you. And just kind of stashes it away. Anything else I can help you with?
I
What's
don't
that
really,
silk outfit about?
What?
I said, what's the silk outfit about?
Oh, this silk outfit. Isn't it just beautiful? And she like walks around and is like stroking the silk.
Sure. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
The finest silk that the Dalish can provide. It also works as armor.
How much is it?
It is 300 gold. It is yours, mannequin and all.
Oh, I get the mannequin! Nick's new best friend.
A Nathan replacement.
It's like the boyfriend pillow!
Yeah, that's
No!
it's the Pride silk outfit, so you can just add that straight from D&D Beyond.
Ooh.
Would anyone else like any armor? They do have all the basic armor if you would like upgrades. I don't know what you currently have. You also all got the Elvhen chain from Solas if you need it.
Was there anything else here besides like in the Ring of Protection lineup, or that was it? Okay.
Yep. Okay. The final shop. You guys kind of have to like go around a corner. It's like tucked into the trees a little bit. And you see this very crudely painted banner that says Ishan's Extraordinary Expendables.
Oh my god.
And you see Ishan, and he's just like, he's wearing his nicest clothes, and he's just kind of like looking around, like really excited for literally anyone to come up to his stall.
So we get a friends and family discount, right?
Perhaps. And he sees you guys, he just starts waving ecstatically.
Lila leans over to Shard and is like, okay, he's really darn cute.
I know, right? Try not to give him
Shara,
too
over
hard of
here,
a
it's
time.
me, Ishan. I
She
have a
abs-
store.
She walks right over and is just like, and when did you go into business?
Well, I needed something to do when you weren't around. So I just started collecting things. It turns out they're really useful things.
Now that
Elf fruit. I have so much elf fruit back here. So much. Bundles of elf fruit.
Diani's immediately picking through everything. I just want you to know.
I have elf fruit. I have bear claws. I have fennec fangs. I have, what else do I have? I have death root. I have flasks. I have frozen lightning. Can't find that everywhere.
you've been quite busy. I'm impressed.
The frozen lightning I might have stashed from the Fade, but they don't need to know that.
That just makes it more valuable.
Exactly. I can sell it for a higher price.
Exactly.
Who else can get Fade touched frozen lightning? And he just kind of glances at Diani. He's like, need help finding something?
She is just gonna like replenish her kit. If you want to just give me like a ballpark, I fully plan on her just crafting potions all night.
Figure out what kind of potions you want to make from that crafting thing, and then I'll just tell you how much it is.
I have to go back and find it, so I will message
I
you.
can resend it.
Yes, please. But I will still message you and we can figure it out. I don't want to.
I'll resend that when we're done.
So she will like tell him what she's looking for, and
he's like just pulling out bundles and bundles. He's like, "Do you need a bag? I have tote bags."
she's so excited, like she's completely lit up.
And he like turns around and he pulls out a canvas tote bag that he's painted on that says Ashan's Extraordinary Expendables.
I love this boy so much.
I feel like Lila, Shara, and Asira must be having like, "Sir, I have a report for you." Flashbacks, though.
So what's the Fade touched lightning?
It's frozen lightning. It's I've been told it's really important for crafting and alchemy and all that fun stuff. I don't know how any of it works. I just work here.
I just got my magic a few months ago, so I don't know anything about it either.
I have magic. I don't know anything about it. So he's just kind of like helping you guys when you need anything. He just pulls it out. Anyone who does have that crafting stuff that I kind of built up a long time ago, if you want to make anything, let me know. I will drop the documents back into chat somewhere. Otherwise, they might be in like the sources section on Discord. That's where I would look. Yeah. Anything else y'all would like to look for at this market? Yes.
Bombs.
There are things to make bombs.
Yes.
At a shop.
It's a bomb shop?
At Ashan's?
Yes. I literally
Okay.
just took the ingredient list and plopped it in.
It would be
Alright.
a Sean helping Clay make explosives.
It would
I
be.
would like
He's like, oh, I heard this is really good for explosives. Take this. Don't tell Ashara. It's for me.
Clay glancing to Ashara on the other side of the shop. Got it. Slowly slides it into his bag. Does the Fey Touch Lightning have anything to do with bombs?
It
Would
could.
that be
We can find out after session.
okay? Yeah, ballpark me as well of possible prices. But yes, I will literally take as much as I can.
Okay. So yeah, I will. I think the mechanics document has all the like recipes that I made listed there, so I'll double check it later. So now, if there's nothing else you would like to shop for, do you guys want to RP anything amongst yourselves now that we have everyone here?
Sure.
I would like to show Bronwyn my
Show Bronwyn your what?
balls.
I want to show
Let me
Bronwyn
see
my
your
balls.
balls. I've been told there are balls.
So Clay just runs up to Bronwyn. The shopping trip's kind of coming to an end. He comes up to Bronwyn. He's like, check this out. This is the trinket store. They had these ball bearings. I don't know what I'm going to use them for. I'm very excited. I think I'm going to carve them into like some sort of stars so they have sharp edges and use them as shrapnel. I'm pretty excited. I don't know what I'm going to do with that yet. I also got these rocks. They're very pretty. Do you want one?
I love rocks.
I figured that you'd like one.
What do these rocks look like?
They are just like these standard, like bluish kind of hued rocks with this marbling in them. They just look like nice rocks, like really nice rocks.
That's a real nice rock.
She like
Mhm.
reaches out and she touches them. Do her stone senses tell her anything other than these are some nice rocks?
You're just like, oh shit, this isn't a normal rock.
It's not a
There's
normal
magic in
rock?
this rock.
Is it lyrium rocks?
It is not lyrium rocks, but you can tell it's not a typical rock. It has been enchanted in some way.
Clay, these aren't normal rocks. There's something special about these rocks.
They're very pretty.
And that's
They
it.
reminded me of you, so and do you like it?
Yeah, I love it. Thank you. She just like kind of holds the little rock to her.
And now we've got matching ones.
She's just like blushing, just like, wow. I've only ever been given a rock one time before.
Only one time.
This is the second time I've ever been given a rock.
I'd find all the pretty rocks in the world to give to you.
And as Clay's saying that, you feel your rock vibrate a little bit, and you just hear like an echo of what he says from your rock.
Clay, there's something different about these rocks.
What do you mean?
It just had your voice in it.
It had my voice in it?
Did you not hear that?
Could I hear that? I don't remember how sending stones work. If it's sending, is it just to the person who's holding it?
Yes. I think I understand the question.
So for sending stones, the things that I know about it is that it's an action to cast sending. Target is the bearer of the other stone. So I think only the bearer of the other stone can hear it, and you can tell if the other stone has a holder or not as soon as you try sending it.
So yeah, if that's what you're reading off the thing, like it sounds like
It sounds like the bearer is the only one who can hear it.
Only Bronwyn can hear it.
Okay. No, I didn't hear.
Okay. I'm gonna have to.
And you feel yours vibrating, and you're like hearing like I have to
Oh God, okay.
Investigate.
It just vibrated, and it does sound like you.
Wow.
You guys get your minds out of the gutter. It only works once a
and
day.
you just hear wow coming from your rock.
These are so wow, thanks.
Wow.
I mean, I genuinely I didn't know that they did that, but I'm glad. Hey, this means, I mean, this could be very useful as well. If we were ever apart, we could still talk to each other.
Sebastian.
Thumbs down in the corner.
No apart. No apart ever.
No apart ever.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm sure this will
No.
come in handy. I mean, we're gonna have to test it out and see. Can you hear me? Can you hear me now?
It like rings like
It
the
does.
screeching on the microphone.
Oh God. Okay. Yeah, I can hear you. Quiet. Quieter,
Is it
please.
louder?
It is loud. Yeah, it's louder. It is
Should I
louder.
hold it further away?
Yeah,
Okay.
that's better. Yeah.
It's like the mirror with Valentine. Except I can't see you. But
Clay brightens up so much when she says that because he's like, oh shit. I know that we're gonna be together anyways, but I will use this to talk to you every night.
does he say that out loud?
Yeah.
Well, you don't have to do that. I'm going to be right next to you.
I mean, as long as you're right next to me. I need to find another one of these. Get Diani in on this.
Yeah. Hey, Sean, you got any cool rocks?
Yeah.
Yeah, I have a really cool rock. And he kind of digs through his stuff for a bit, and he's like, rock. And it's just like
Rock.
it's like a palm-sized gray, like river rock, but it's coated in frost. Cool rock.
Oh, that's fucking dope, actually. It's coated in frost. It's like a basalt rock.
It's a frost rock.
Okay. How much is this rock?
I would like. I mean, I'm selling them for 10, but I could give you a discount. You're a friend. Any friend of Paladin's is a friend of mine.
I don't know how money works. She gives them 10.
Okay. I don't either. This is my first time as an adult in the real world.
I did learn how to count though. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4.
Oh, did you learn from Wendell? I can hear him counting all the way from here.
No, but it was a nice reminder.
He's like, okay. And then he takes 5 out of it and like sneaks it to Clay. Give those back to her, please.
Clay just puts it behind his back, and he's gonna try and sneak it back eventually.
And he puts the 5 away. Did anyone else have things that they wanted to talk about amongst yourselves?
So Nick, how long has the blindness thing been a thing?
So when I when I was thrown into the thing, it's the shocky thing. I was in there and I hold on to the spear, and this happened. We'll talk about that later. And then as I kept holding on to it, it like shined really bright. Apparently has like the stars or something in it, and it just made me blind.
You seem to be taking it rather well.
I've seen enough.
Would you like me to try to fix it?
I think I'm fine with it. Because now I can't run away because I don't know where I'm going. So it's like an extra assurance of me staying here.
How will you ever see your fiance and your boyfriend's faces again?
That's what hands are for.
So you're okay with this?
Why not? I've been okay with so many other things happening in my life. Well, I don't know if okay is the right word. Just more of like, I'm taking all the trauma and I'm just shoving it down and just being a silly little guy on top.
I worry about you, Nick.
Can I at least try to fix it?
If that's what you want to do, because I trust you.
Out of character, do you want to stay blind?
I mean, I have it as a character feat, and so like it's there, but you could maybe, I guess, do it so, like I just have like no glasses on, everything's blurry. So still has that visual impact, but still not fully.
The other thing you could do is just when you want to use those features, just blindfold yourself.
That's so true. Callie, you're so smart.
We'll make you
This is why you're the DM.
Make you like a bitchin' looking mask.
like on fucking Cyclops. But instead of
blacked out.
I love how you thought Cyclops and I thought Daredevil.
I mean, they meet. It's them coming together. Let's see. Oh, Lord.
I'm just picturing Nick before battle's about to start. Hold on. Blindfold. Get ready.
Here comes, I'm unleashing the max power. Like but seriously, how intimidating would that be? Like you're about to fight somebody, they're like, hold on, bitch. Let's go.
So is this attempt going to be made?
Yeah.
Is this going to happen?
Only if Diani gets to hold my face and cradle it.
She absolutely was going to, so.
Make it gay. Let's go.
Diani will kind of reach out slowly so that Nick has time to pull away if needed, and just kind of like cup her face in her hands, and we'll try another restoration spell to see if we can fix this. I have used 3 spell slots on our shopping episode.
Okay, we'll have another long rest.
Do I need to roll or anything for this one? Where it's
Does the spell say you need to roll?
No, it's literally just like you touch a creature and either one disease or condition affecting it.
So then yeah, you're immediately cured of your blindness.
All right.
And she's just smiling.
Yeah, and I was like, well, what a first thing to see once I can see again. And she cups her hand.
All better?
Well, of course, you helped me. Why wouldn't I be better?
She just kind of laughs and like pats her cheek a little bit and then steps back so that she can go back to actually looking at all the things that they went shopping for.
Bronwyn, show me the zombie hand. I want to see what it looks like. High fives the zombie hand.
And one finger crumbles off.
Sorry.
That's okay. It's still 4 more fingers than I had before.
I love your positive outlook. By the way, I can see now.
Oh, awesome. I got I got 2 rocks.
Oh my God. You love rocks.
I love rocks.
This is the best day ever.
I got 2 rocks and a hand.
Look at you go. Put him together. No.
She takes the hand and she puts the frost rock in the hand. So she's holding a hand that's holding a rock.
Oh my God. No, wait. Can I try something?
Yeah.
So she takes it and she takes the 2 rocks and then she puts the hand in between. She's like, it's a penis.
Bronwyn doesn't know what that looks like.
Bronwyn. Okay. So when there's a bird and there's a bee,
I'm sorry, is Lila within earshot of any of this?
Clay and Diani.
So she's gone.
Okay, and so it's fine. I had to go through classes for this.
I've never seen a bee.
Okay, so they kind of look like this, but not really. Sometimes they come in different shapes. Some bees are a little bit more plumper. Some bees are tilted off to the side a little bit. Some are a little bit lighter. Some are darker. Some are kind of pink. But the thing is, sometimes bees can love bees, and sometimes birds can love birds, and sometimes there's no bees and birds involved, and they just don't want to do anything with that, and that's fine. But when there's a bird and there's a bee, they see the bee pollinates things, and the bird lays eggs. And sometimes, like with flowers, the bee pollinates an egg, and then the egg makes a baby, and that's how that happens.
I don't think we're talking about what I thought.
We're talking about a penis and a vagina.
Okay. Can I have my rocks back?
Sure.
This would have been funny. This would have been funny if somebody had interrupted and been like, okay. She knows enough. This was so much funnier having Nick explain the genuine birds and the bees.
Is that how it actually works? I was just
Is this all happening like in Ashan's shop?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Ashara is just literally like clutching onto his shoulder for dear life, and she's trying like not to laugh, like just wheezing.
She puts her rocks back and she goes, well, I don't know what to do with this information.
It's okay. I haven't I haven't practiced it either. I just had to go through lessons when I used to be at the shop. The one shop, you know which shop I'm talking about.
No. Did you sell bees?
No, I mean, in a way, where I worked did. We
Okay, wait. I have to remember. I know something that Lila doesn't, correct?
Yes.
Okay. Damn it. It would be such a great interaction, but Lila doesn't know.
So yeah. Let's say, yeah, I used to work with a lot of beekeepers.
I can just hear Jupiter screaming. Okay.
Apiaries.
I'm rolling insight. Okay. Oh,
It's an apiary.
she understands what's going on. I rolled a dirty 20, so she
Nice.
does
Part
understand.
of the understanding.
Did you sell your bees?
I came to it pretty close once, but
Was that okay with you?
for what I was going to do, it was the only option.
Well, I hope that you never feel like you have to do that again. Unless you want to.
True. I have to find the right honey first.
I'm really uncomfortable right now.
You am too. Okay, let's go.
Okay, so as this conversation is happening, you guys like turn around and you just see Solas standing there with his hands folded behind his back, like,
We're talking about bees.
Yeah. Speaking of, have you had any good eggs lately?
I don't know why I bothered leaving my tent.
Oh, please, you had to tell us something. We're doing you a favor, remember? Also, you need a
I don't
tote
think
bag.
my bee life has anything to do with you.
I was talking about the food. Oh my god. Or gods, excuse me, because you are one of them, but like,
I don't
sir.
consider myself a god.
Oh, okay. Well, I apologize. I did. By the way, I can see now, so like I can see.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
This means you will do well in your future endeavors, especially those that involve the war that we're all involved in.
Yeah.
Yes, we're here to talk about the war, not about the birds and the bees.
I mean,
The conversation has already been brought up, so if we have to continue on, this is specifically to make Solas uncomfortable.
like, speaking of, how long has it been? From what I've heard, you like. I'm kidding. That was more of a me thing.
Not as long as you might think.
Are you sure? Because last time I heard you just kissed and split. But this is okay. Back to what actually happened.
Anyway, I thought you might like to know some information about Falandine, considering you would, I assume, doing the birds and the bees with him?
Yes. Mm-hmm. Yeah. What about
know
him?
anything? You know about Spalandine?
I have some suspicions. Yes, I have some suspicions. You will recall I spoke of you all traveling to the heart of Arlathan. What lies there are the ruins of the city where elves once ruled from. I believe this is their headquarters, the Ebenuris, and I believe this is where they may be keeping him. I have sensed something similar to his magic there, and hopefully, with your help, we can free him, and he can aid us in the battles ahead.
Would they keep him for any other reason aside to use him as bait, given how close some of us are to him?
I think bait is a very good reason to keep him. Otherwise, he did essentially turn against him. They could be punishing him.
I think bait or not, it doesn't matter at this point. A confrontation is inevitable, and we need to save him. Both lead us there.
My other theory is that they realize the true strength of his magic. He brought back 2 of you from the dead. One without a body. And if he has the ability to do that, he may be the most powerful of all the Evanurers.
So how do we get to him?
Travel due north from here, and you will reach the ruins. Hopefully, I'm correct and he's there, but if not, we'll just have to keep searching.
Well, we should leave at first light then.
Mm-hmm. I agree. Get a good night's rest. A long rest, if you will. And I will see you off in the morning. I'll see if I can find an old map that will help lead you there. And if there's anything else I can help you with in the meantime, please do not hesitate to ask. And Ashan's just like sitting in the background like, what?
Lila mutters under her breath something about going back to Skyhold and apologizing.
I apologize if this was talked about earlier, but yeah, you can help me understand what the nug shit is happening. I still have no idea at all what in Maker's name any of this is.
We're in the middle of a war, and I'm sorry that the 8 of you were brought into this. The Evanurus decided to involve people for their own means. And those means are more sinister than you can imagine. They wish to completely tear down the veil.
I thought that's what you wanted.
Yeah!
That is only partially correct. There are holes in the veil currently. And as I created it, it is no longer serving its purpose. In order to fix these holes, it has to be torn down and rebuilt. They have no intention of rebuilding the veil.
And what happens?
You talked constantly about wanting spirits to live among us, and you really want us to believe that you're the one who wants to put the veil back up and keep them separate from us?
I do wish spirits could roam here freely. However, I understand the dangers that destroying the veil poses to the people.
Since when have you ever understood the dangers of your actions?
I understand them more clearly than you may think. I have many years that I have lived, far more than you. Many actions that I regret, and I'm sure I will continue to make them.
Okay, we get it, you're old. So what happens to Thetis during that period of time when you're taking it down and restoring it?
My hope is that I can do it simultaneously. That
and you just have enough magic to do this by yourself?
Why don't we focus on killing the gods first?
Because if he doesn't have a better solution,
My hope is that with Valentin on our side, he and I can together rebuild it.
okay. Do you have any fancy elf magic to help Valentin if he's hurt or?
I have the same healing magic as any of you.
Well, I have no healing magic, so.
Tiani's offended.
I mean, no, I mean, like, obviously Diani knows healings, but you're, like, big, old man. So I thought maybe, like, because you're one of them or whatever, gods or you. I'm sorry.
What you do not understand, Bronwyn, is that we are not gods in the sense.
Oh, no, I understand that. I get that. But, like, you are all old.
We are, yes.
And magical.
Yes.
And you're from old.
Yes. And you are so young. And I understand your apprehension. It is good that you're asking these questions.
I mean, I'm not that young. I'm at least 21.
You're very young. I do not even remember being 21.
Maker's breath. I'm sorry. You have to. She's like, I think you lost the right to be this fucking arrogant to our faces after you almost destroyed the world like multiple times. Can you just bring it down a notch if you're going to ask us to work with you? She like literally like walks away like for a second, like storms off, like only like 10 feet away, but she's like about to punch this asshole.
I will say, usually, I don't agree with her. She's very angry, but she does have a point.
She does. You're correct. I know that I have failed in many aspects. And I'm trying to make up for my mistakes in any way that I can. And I know this isn't an ideal situation, and I know that you were all just dragged into it.
Have you talked to the Inquisition, by the way?
I'm sorry. I'm retconning that she circled back from her watch. She's like, yes. Have you potentially talked to the Inquisitor?
Do you really think she would listen? After all the pain I've put her through.
I think she deserves an explanation for once.
I mean, I will say that from the way she spoke of you the last time, yes, I do. I think you are too harsh to judge people and decide they're against you.
Lila's about ready to like fucking kiss Bronwyn.
You wouldn't be the first person to tell me that.
Well, maybe you should listen. Anyways, I don't really want to talk to you anymore, so I'm gonna go.
Very well.
I'm sorry, Your Honor. I love her.
I think I upset my girlfriend, so I'm gonna go talk to her.
Yes, taking care of those you love is very important. Don't forget that.
Well, I think you did.
I know I did. That's why I'm telling you this.
Well, hey, we found these magic stones that let you talk to people.
Sending stones.
Yeah. You got any more of those?
I can see.
All right. Maybe that would be nice because then we could talk to you.
You don't need sending stones to talk to me.
Well, I do.
You don't.
Maybe we could use them to talk to Valentin when we find him.
I don't believe you'll need them to speak with him either. He should be able to do the same things I can do.
Which is?
And he just kind of like looks over at Ashara and Diani.
But dwarves don't dream.
Visit people's dreams?
I don't dream.
You do, you just don't remember. You're part elf, Bronwyn.
Yeah, but dwarves have no connection to the Fade, which is where dreams are, so...
But you do. You're not a full dwarf.
Yeah, I think some of us might appreciate not having you invade our dreams, though, when we need a message.
And I will
Also-
not invade yours.
I was more thinking like, oh, hey, we're dying. Come help us. I'm not going to take a nap.
I
to
can
help
do that.
Ashley.
I can do that.
I assume you have all seen the new shape that Diani's spiritual weapon has taken.
Don't talk about her.
I'm right here.
I don't... Okay, I'm sorry. She's just gonna... She's done talking to him now. She's just gonna go stand behind Diani.
Do you think that I could reach Valentine?
It is possible, but with their magic binding him, I fear you would not make it through.
I can at least try to send a message.
I think
Hope
that
at
would
least.
be wise to try. In the meantime, there are tents for you. Whether you choose to use all 8 of them individually or not is up to you. I will not ask questions about the birds and the bees. I will see if I can find more sending stones. And if there's anything else you think of in the meantime that I can assist you with, please do not hesitate to find me.
Do you want us to talk to the Inquisition forces and see if...
We can use all the help we can get. I just fear that...
if we make it clear that they're to listen to our orders, per se.
I do worry about the commander's view on this.
I mean, Cullen seemed rather level-headed. He's not exactly...
But is he willing to take orders from someone who is not his leader?
Suggesting he take orders from.
Unfortunately, and like Ashara will look at Lila and be like, unfortunately, this is sort of our endeavor.
Oh, yes.
It's everyone's endeavor, but the elves know more about this forest than the humans do. And when it comes down to it, they're going to need us to lead them through. And we can't have the commander... We can't have any of them pulling a grudge against Solas right now. If they want to hash that out afterwards, that's between Solas and Cullen and...
Ashara, I will follow you to where we need to be. I will not follow him.
That's fine, but we need to know that the Inquisition soldiers and Cullen aren't going to try and stab him and our army in the back for following him.
Ophelia has grabbed popcorn at this point. She's like, oh, here we go again. Let's go.
I am shocked that you could have worked with him for so long and think that he would do that.
I don't need assurances, Lila. Personally, I don't need the assurances. I'm talking for our people here. They need the assurances that the Shems aren't going to march on the camp. Do you know how terrifying? I understand that they won't do that, but think about it from their perspective.
No, that's completely reasonable. You are correct.
We're asking, we need to make sure that the humans are going to follow the elves in this matter for once.
And we need someone who is a leader. We need someone who is a leader who is not him. I think the Inquisition has proven they're willing to follow an elf. I don't think they're willing to follow Solas at this moment. If we want the Inquisition soldiers, we can have them, but they need someone to potentially take orders from who is trustworthy. A keeper, perhaps? I don't understand exactly what's happening here. Are we planning to march on the center of Arlathan, or are we sending in a strike team? I'm not.
It might be better to leave the Inquisition here to make sure the camp doesn't get hit while we're gone.
Then I would propose that we have a meeting, if nothing else more ceremonial than anything, more about the perception of Cullen arriving with a small group of them and meeting with the keepers, so that it is obvious to everyone here that if they are near the camp, it is for additional protection and not to hurt anyone.
Maybe we meet in the middle instead of bringing the humans here.
I'm just going to look at Solas real quick and be like, the plan as it stands, correct me if I'm wrong, we go into the heart of Arlathan, we're, 1, looking for Falandine, 2, scouting to see what's going on, and then the army will follow?
When we the army will be waiting not far away. And when we receive your signal, we will march.
Hence the additional forces that would be handy.
Yes.
Lila, if you don't want them to follow him, who all can we suggest? And she's including looking at Solas like, who do we suggest?
Literally anyone who hasn't completely betrayed the Inquisition before. I can't think of anyone else here that would be a problem.
Is the keeper of Clan Lavellan here? She would be
She's
the
in the
most.
camp.
She's the most connected to the Inquisitor, and is a.
Inquisition forces have protected Clan Lavellan before in a variety of ways. I am sure we would be happy to do that.
So as you guys are kind of arguing about all this, you hear the footsteps, hurried footsteps of someone coming closer. And you hear this kind of like grunted shout, and then the sound of skin hitting skin, and you just see Solas falling on his ass. And standing over him is Inquisitor Alana Lavellan.
Oh my god!
Get it, girl. Get it, girl.
Get it, girl. Now, if you're quite done, I think it would be best if I decide what my army does. Thank you very much.
Someone definitely left out an involuntary whoop.
And that's where we'll end session.
Oh my god!
Beautiful.
Yes!